This guy was working as a superintendent for a school. Whenever he had gun charges, he was an illegal alien, and he was even supposed to be in the country, and he was getting paid like $200,000-300,000 a year. Guyana citizen, has never been a U.S. citizen, entered the U.S. on a student visa in 1999. The visa expired in 2004, denied permanent residence 4 times, not authorized to work when hired by Des Moines Public Schools in 2023, reportedly lied that he was a citizen on a job application, issued order for deportation in 2024, failed to report for the removal hearing, found to have had multiple illegally obtained firearms out of his arrest, registered to vote, lied about having a degree from Morgan State University, reportedly served a restraining order in 2023, and he was the superintendent for an entire fucking school system. This is your society run by Karens.
And it turns out that illegal aliens can get away with more than just no-name licenses. They can also apparently become the superintendent of a state's largest school district.
From New York to Iowa, you probably heard the name by now, Ian Roberts.
There he is.
He has been detained by ICE after attempting to flee with a gun, a knife, and $3,000 in cash. Because of
this guy's playing Grand Theft Auto, and he's the superintendent of a school.
According to authorities, he had a final order of removal and no work authorization. The Des Moines Public Schools Board tearfully accepting his resignation on Tuesday. How can this man
a council of Karens, primarily,
slip through the cracks, you may
because
ask?
They let it happen. They knew it was happening. They let it happen.
It's a great question, considering he has a history. He was also a school superintendent in Pennsylvania, where he is reportedly linked to the hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal settlements related to personnel complaints during his tenure.
What?
Des Moines knew nothing about it. This did not raise a flag in his background check.
Oh my!
Joining us now, Washington
Isn't it crazy how the thing that everybody says doesn't happen happened with an illegal immigrant that's able to register to vote? Isn't that crazy? How does that happen? I wonder how many times that happens. Well, it's at least one. How the fuck was he just super lucky? No, he just lied. I mean, it's not that simple. I bet he still did his job well. You know what's funny? Is that he probably did do a better job than half of the people there that were legally there, right? Half of those like moron teachers. And the thing is, yeah, he's probably like, oh, I can't fuck this up. I'm gonna have to come and get sent back.
Examiner, national political reporter, Selena Zito. Selena,
I mean, I have to, you know, it's like I respect the resolve to survive. I do. I've got to respect it. Like, to have that many things against you and to still be doing this, running away from the police with a gun, a knife, $3,000 in cash. You're the superintendent of a school system while you're an illegal alien in the country and you're trying to evade the police. Bro, this guy was on another level.
You wrote about
respect for the hustle, but GTFO. Yeah, I respect it, but you gotta leave.
His tenure when he was in Pennsylvania in the Mill Creek Township School District. And that school district has buckets to say about this gentleman. And it's outrageous. They made more than $330,000 in legal settlements, one of which happened right before he left that school district.
Man.
Yeah, the school board approved it 4 days before he left. There was 3 different settlements. One had to do with...
So they're interviewing this guy, like... Jesus.
Some sort of harassment issue. The other one had to do with some sort of, it said a gender issue. A highly qualified person was turned down for the position and then demoted. They won that plaintiff won that statement, that settlement. And then there was a third one, which there wasn't a lot of details about. But, you know, it poured through the school board's minutes.
Yeah.
It was in there, and there didn't seem to be any sort of acknowledgement, any sort
No.
of comment. I think what is interesting about
And
him is when he
and he's
was
it's a loaded gun. Like, oh my God.
superintendent, he only
When's he running for president?
meets all
I mean, I gotta say, it's
requirements,
impressive that he's been
in
able to
terms
get
of-
away with
it's
that
like
much
a
stuff.
grading system.
It is.
for
It's impressive.
Each year that comes up each year, like a review, and the next superintendent has received high marks. So even then, even when he was superintendent, there were clearly
How'd they discover
not
it's illegal?
meeting the moment.
Well, because they caught him. Like, here's the thing, right? Is that when you run away from the police, they usually just, like, they're gonna run your license plate, and then they're just gonna go to work. They're gonna look it up, like, oh, okay, it's registered in this person's. Okay, let's just go over to their house. And they're like, and then they're gonna show up later on and be like, why were you running away? And like, oh, that wasn't me. We're like, well, then who is this? It's a picture of you. And then they're like, yeah, okay, you're gonna have to go to jail, and that's it. So yeah, it's pretty fucking simple. How do you get caught? Probably by trying to run away from the police. I think that's what it seems like.
I poured through the old Des Moines Register news reports when he was hired in 2023.
Yeah.
And the Mill Creek School Board just gushed about him, and I just thought,
Okay, well, we should say he deserves the presumption of innocence just like anybody else, in the nature of these settlements.
I mean, everybody deserves the presumption of innocence, but man, like, there sure seems like there's a lot of evidence of guilt. I mean, like, there sure are a lot of negatives, huh? Like, wow.
He was at fault. The lawsuits were settled, but ICE says that he had a previous weapons charge in 2020, and there was a final deportation order in 2024. His lawyer says that another lawyer told him that matter had been resolved, but I don't understand, how does this not come up in Des Moines, where an official says they had a search firm do the work here?
Man.
Right. And so you have to wonder, what is the search firm? Is it someone's friend that runs the search firm? Right. There's a lot of executive search firms out there. Some of them are very, very excellent. But you have to, there needs to be transparency.
Unbelievable.
This is a person that we're putting in, and this is what the people in Erie said to me. Look, I don't care about the politics of this.
This guy goes from playing Grand Theft Auto to an elementary school. I mean, like, that's a crazy multi-classing. Like, you don't see stuff like that all the time.
What I care about is that there was
a day job, yeah.
a competent review done of this man, and in not just in our school district, but also then going forward, we passed him forward. And it's really tough for parents, because parents want the best for their children.
Yeah.
And when you put someone in that position, you expect them to be who they said they were.
Yeah.
Now leave you with this. Des Moines Public Schools board chair, Democrat, Senate candidate, and former Michelle Obama staffer.
What a surprise. Surprise, surprise. Who could have guessed?
Demanded radical empathy for this man.
Oh, God.
Radical empathy.
It's just fucking funny.
I don't know.
It's outrageous.
I'll leave you with that.
If I want radical empathy, if I get a splinter, right? Like, what in my finger? What does that even mean? Do they just make up these words to try to make a point? Because I don't think that parents are happy. Yes, there was a protest saying they wanted him to stay, but I see as more and more information
they wanted him to stay
about his credentials are rolled
Wait, so you want a guy that's had multiple gun charges, that was evading police with a knife and money in his car, that's an illegal alien, to stay and be the superintendent for a school? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
out, I think more and more parents
are
going to be very unhappy with their school board.
We demand radical honesty from all lips.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Apparently he did an excellent job. I'm sure maybe he did. Sure, but if you can't find somebody, like, do you really think that the only person that can run a school is an illegal alien with multiple gun charges? I think you can probably find somebody else, right? It's not like there's only 2 options in the whole world. It's outrageous that people put up with this bullshit. It's crazy. They might hire Kevin Spacey to be the school. Okay, all right. And not the school 63. Yeah, it's outrageous that this kind of stuff keeps happening, and it just seems to be getting worse, which is what's so shocking to me about this. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, he was working on his doctoral program, but he never finished. He had multiple legitimate degrees with different colleges, though. Exactly. And all of those degrees and all of those resources were resources that should have been allocated to an American rather than an illegal alien from another country that has a gun charge on them. That's the problem. I'm sure that, and here's the thing, I don't think a lot of these people are evil, right? I don't think they're evil, but they don't need to fucking be here. And there's an opportunity cost. If you do something for a person like this, then somebody else doesn't get it who is actually a citizen. And I think that's really what the difference is here. That's the big problem that a lot of people have. That's the problem that I have. It's the opportunity cost, because a lot of these things do exist in a zero-sum environment, whether you want to admit it or not. And so that's it. And then, oh, here's more of it. Wait. His criminal record includes the following. Charges for criminal possession of narcotics within... What the fuck? This is... okay, well, so this guy's just been doing it for a while. He's been in the game for a bit, huh? And, yeah, I don't know what the hell is this, man. How long is this guy in the country? For 30 years, apparently, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, what a crazy, crazy world to be in. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because it's just shocking. That is the level. And also, it's very important to keep this in mind because people like this will put your children and your family and your communities in danger. Like, I'm sorry, but like if you're driving around and you've had gun charges, you're an illegal alien, you've got a knife in the car and a bunch of money, and you were previously arrested for narcotics, I think that you are a dangerous person. Somebody, like even if he was an American citizen, I think you need to arrest this guy and put him in jail, right? Because he doesn't know how to act, and it's not civilized behavior. They have no problem to satisfy their narcissistic. It's not suicidal empathy, because suicidal implies that they're going to incur some sort of debt for this. No, they will experience no negative consequences for this. Other people experience the negative consequences. Society experiences the negative consequences, while they get to feel good about themselves and how good of people they are. That's the big difference, and that's what's happening right here. When did he get the gun charge? Because it was long ago. People can change. Yeah, you're right. People can change, but he just got arrested very recently within the last day or last year for trying to evade the police with another gun that he shouldn't have had. Some people change. Most people don't. Sorry. That's what I think. I think most people actually don't change. And they're the same. They're going to do the same shit over and over. That's why all of these people that get arrested get, like, if you get arrested like 3 times, that should be it. Like, really, like, what are we doing? People getting arrested multiple times. 10 times somebody gets arrested. Just put them in jail. Keep them there. That's it. Like, why is the whole world, why are we spending millions of dollars micromanaging people that don't know how to follow the fucking rules? It's embarrassing. It's a stupid argument. Yes. No, it's so tiresome.